Welcome to our new series, the 200 Movie Challenge. Our goal this year is to watch 200 movies that we haven't seen yet. If you want to listen to the full podcast where this clip is from, the link will be in the description. Now enjoy today's movie.
Your first movie is a movie that I've actually considered watching. I was close to watching this 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I think I went a different route, and it was always something I'm like, oh, I'll get back to it. I'll get back to it. And you surprised me. Not that I just because I wasn't expecting you to go that route, but you ended up watching it. So let's talk about the very first movie that you saw this week.
Oh, I saw obviously the huge hit Netflix movie K-pop Demon Hunters, which it's pretty huge right now. I don't know if you know how huge it is, but it's fucking huge. And I guess, all right, how do I even start this off? All right, you're the musical guy.
Okay.
I am not. Like this movie, like what's a musical? Like maybe I don't know the definition of a musical, but there's a lot of music in this movie. And some of it is, no pun intended for later, but it's insidious in how it gets into your fucking mind. And how it stays there. And if I can describe it, it's Sony. It's done by the same animation studio that did the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, like that whole thing, which I really liked.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, dude, if you should watch it.
Maybe it'll be on this list. When I go back to Disney Plus, I'll be like, "Ooh, look at this!" Yeah, but anyhow, we're not.
Dude, Nicolas Cage is in it. Okay, so that's all I want to say. Nicolas Cage is in that. So just FYI, that gives you it. And he's actually really good. But anyways, it's from that same kind of animation studio, and I guess from what I was reading, Sony thought that this was going to be a bomb, and they sold the rights to Netflix because they didn't think that anybody was going to watch this movie, and I think they lost like $900 million because Netflix has made so much money on this movie. Also, this movie was so popular on Netflix that it actually predicated a movie theater run, which is strange because we don't think about streaming going to the theaters, but like if something is so good, then it gets elevated to theater status. And people were watching this in movies, and it's a huge global hit. People are singing in the theaters, so it's not as stupid as fucking Chicken Jockey, but which we both experienced here. Yeah. But it was a huge hit, and it really revolves around a group of three Korean pop stars, and they are secretly demon hunters, and the songs that they sing kind of keeps the barrier of like the real world, like, and the barrier of the demons, like in that situation. But I won't spoil anything for you because I do feel like you'll want to see this. But as things unfold, there are problems that arise, but there's a lot of crazy good songs in this that are super addictive, and the way the animation is done, and just the way that everything, I was a big fan. Now, I will say this. I feel like this is the first movie this year that has made me feel my age. And what I mean by that,
I know where this is going. I feel it. Go ahead.
What I mean by that is that I get everything about why this is cool, but there was another level like that I didn't get it. And I think that if you're a parent and you had a kid and you had kids that were listening to this and it's like always on, it's like it's a different kind of thing, and maybe you get the inside joke, but I didn't understand really what the big deal was, with this movie. The songs are really good. And I like the whole vibe, but I didn't expect that this movie would be some sort of phenomenon. But then you fast forward a week later and I'm at my brother-in-law's house and my nephew is just running around the house and they're like, "Oh, what do we do? Oh, let's put on K-pop Demon Hunters." And that shit calmed him down and he was just watching TV and it was like on repeat. And it captivated his attention. And I was like, oh, parents are using this to calm their kids down. But it's definitely, to me, although it does have kind of like scary elements like demons, this is 100% a kid's movie.
Oh, yeah.
It is made for kids. It is for kids of literally all ages, I would say. Again, outside of like some scary monster demon images, like overall, like this is a 100% kids movie. It's got songs that are super catchy. You can sing along to. I mean, they even have like lyric like versions of this movie, and it just captivates their minds. For me, at in my mid 40s, I didn't. Again, I appreciated what I was watching, but I didn't. I don't think I fully got it. Does that make sense?
So yes, I think I know where we're going, and I'm gonna kind of expand and ask a couple questions. Because you are the anime guy. From the two of us, obviously you watch a hell of a lot more anime and these kind of cartoons. But but obviously, yes, K-pop is definitely whatever the last 10, 15 years that this really blew up.
Yeah.
But and not to make it sound old, it's like, music these days. But I have heard how huge this popped up. And the question mainly is, did Sony technically lose money because they sold it to, maybe just because Netflix was a better platform? And the fact that it was streaming at first, that's why. Whereas Sony, if they maybe tried to put in, again, who knows? This is what ifs. But as an anime fan, going back to my original question, so was it basically, if you take away the music, was the story there for you, or is this pretty much, this is actually, you kind of answered that. The music keeps the demons away, but.
It does. Yeah. No. I mean, of course, I don't want to give too much away because a lot of what leads up into that key, 25-minute range where you first find out the problem, like, is kind of a spoiler.
Okay.
So, and it's kind of interesting. And so when it happens, it changes the tonality of the movie, and then that's the story for the rest of it. Like, you wouldn't kind of expect that going in. Does that make sense? And then, so you have the movie start and everything gets set up like a movie, and then a wrench is thrown into it, and then now it becomes overcoming that wrench until you finally go into like the third act, right?
Yeah.
That's basically what happened. So I don't want to spoil it. But
I understand.
I personally, I like anime because I really appreciate hand-drawn animation. I grew up on Disney. I grew up on all that stuff. I grew up on Don Bluth movies, like Secret of Nim is one of my favorite movies. I love hand-drawn, just everything. Even the cartoons we grew up on, it was all hand-drawn. I'd watch Robotech and Thundercats, and I love G.I. Joe and all these things, Transformers, hand-drawn animation. I'm not as big into the CG stuff. And like, yes, I love Pixar. We talked about Coco. That's in my top 10. And I've seen some great Pixar movies. I'm not saying that those are bad. And I'm not saying that the animation in K-pop Demon Hunters is bad either. I don't mind it. It's cool. It's got a vibe. It's not as vibey as Spider-Man Across the Universe or Spider-Verse was for me. Because that, like, visually, that movie is just absolutely spectacular and a masterpiece. So it didn't hit those notes for me, but like with CG, I'm kind of like meh about it. So, I don't really like fuck with CG as much as I do with hand drawn. And when it comes to K-pop, I'm like you. I don't get the K-pop thing. I wasn't a part of the K-pop thing. I am down with like current music, and I know current musical trends like with hip hop and even Sarah's goth country that she listens to. But like, I just didn't, the K-pop thing that I didn't get, and then the animation was kind of weird. So from an anime perspective, story wise, without the music, I mean, I've seen this story so many times, and if you watched it, you would also be like, oh, okay, yep, this is the same exact story I've seen so many times. But it's like you said before, it's how it's delivered, and I think the way it's delivered is very good. I think you would enjoy a movie like this because you're more towards the musical sides, but I don't know how musicals work. I've never seen like Wicked or anything like that. So like, I don't know, it's like all the narrative saying, I'm not sure. But if you like music and you like catchy pop tunes and a decent story wrapped around with some good animation, it's worth checking out. That's why I won't spoil it, because I'm pretty sure that you would actually kind of like this movie.
I probably will see it. Like I said, it just because I think the title alone, not knowing shit about it, and this is before obviously it became huge, because I think I first noticed it when Netflix first put it on, because obviously they flash it right on the main screen. I'm like, huh. Because again, K-pop, Demon Hunters. You're like, how does this, so there was a curiosity, and then it became this global phenomenon. And yes, I've heard like these songs are, very popular and stuff like that. And just like K-pop. So yeah, I don't know if I'll see it for this year. Maybe if I'm ahead of the movies, I'll check it out and I'll do a quick recap with you. We can talk about. But yeah, no, it's there because we've talked about it. I like things that are different. I like things that are out of the box, and just the title alone sounds very out of the box. But there is
the songs are bangers. The songs are bangers. Like the songs get in your head, and like I had the main song in my head for like the whole entire week. If I'm in the bathroom, it's going through my head. As I'm walking around, it's in my head. And obviously, we're both on TikTok, so you see a lot of media there too with audio. But I think you'd like it. And I think if you just went into it with an open mind, and I know you love music, I think you would like it. I think you really would be surprised how much you liked it.
But the question is, Odo, not how much I like it. How much did you like it?
I know.
And where are you putting this on your list? This is now your 73rd movie. So yeah, where are we putting K-pop Demon Hunters on the Soto enjoyment list?
Again, I respect this movie, and I'll probably end up watching it again. I know I've only said that for like a couple of movies on here. I'm not saying, so this is one of those ones I would watch again, but it's not like because it's like, anything crazy that I haven't seen before, just because, I wouldn't mind. And I have watched it again in the background. We were having dinner, and of course, K-pop Demon Hunters was doing its thing. But, as I take a look at my list and where it naturally feels good for this movie to be right now in this journey this would be right below Terrifier 2. This would be my number 16th movie for the year.
Oh, okay. I'll be honest, I didn't think it was going to go that high. But no, that's good. Just kind of look. Yeah,
I mean, it's made with it. It has quality. Look, I didn't get it. Well, I didn't get the big deal. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because obviously I know it's huge and people can't get enough of it. And my sister talks about it all the time. Like she made a comment when AJ Lee came back that now the honeymoon had been like healed, which is like the name of the barrier that like they are like trying to keep active so the demons don't come in. But I didn't get that when she said that. But she was trying to say that all is now right in the world, like when AJ Lee came back. My sister was a humongous AJ Lee fan, apparently.
Oh, she has good taste. So was I.
Yeah, so because my sister was like, when AJ Lee came out, her and I were texting each other, and she just screamed when AJ Lee came out. She was like emotional about it, and I just kind of felt like with this movie, like I understand the enthusiasm, but it didn't exactly blow me away. That's my review on it. It's like, didn't blow me away. I get it, but I think maybe if I had kids, I'd like it more. Who knows?
Yeah, but it's not about any kids' enjoyment. It's about your enjoyment as a 40-year-old man, 40-something-year-old man.
Yeah, the 40-somethings. That's what we are.
We are, and yes, I've heard a couple K-pop songs. I couldn't tell you. So. But who knows? Yeah. I probably will end up checking it out one day. So
I think you should. I recommend it to use it. Like if you were my customer and you were like, hey, what should I watch? And I'm like, dude, watch this. I know what you like.
All right.